you're basically, Genesis is like the underdog, right? Genesis is coming up, and we're coming in right into the first match here. Gray versus Isa.
They're both just sitting back, not dropping anything yet, waiting for that full elixir to come through. One drops elixir collector. We got, ooh, a
Valkyrie coming in from the back.
The bans are Miner and Musketeer, remember that. So they can still run Hog Rider. And they can still run Giant Poison. I mean, could he be running the Trifecta with that Musketeer, without the Valkyrie, without the Musketeer, throwing something else in?
Exactly. We could see another Trifecta change here. It's interesting. It's interesting to see the Musketeer band, guys. It's interesting to see the Musketeer band and not the classic Hog or even the Pump or a Poison or something. They're really saying, you know, we definitely don't want to see the Musketeer in here. I don't know. Genesis coming through on that. Double Princess push right here is going to stop it down.
Hog Rider on this on the left side. Poison. He's going to get at least a hit, one hit on that.
He does take the hit. Poison was a good way to put in some damage onto that mini P.E.K.K.A, especially with the slow. And now with the Princess, I don't think it'll be able to touch tower. I don't know why he played Ice Spirit. Definitely didn't need the extra card there. This
is a really bad spot for Gray to be in right now. His opponent had two elixir pumps at one time.
Yeah, I feel like I'm assuming he played that extra ice spirit because he figured, oh, you know, I'm not worried. I'm up 2 pumps. I've got a definite advantage in this game, and I'm gonna start using it. Right, I'm gonna start taking advantage of the 2 pumps that I'm up.
I mean, but he is ahead in damage though. He's ahead in damage. Gray's ahead. So Isa has to really come back, but he's focusing on getting those pumps down, getting that elixir advantage, and then eventually do a good push.
Woo! And we've got 3 pumps up now. 3 pumps up in the back. The Hog's coming on the left-hand side. We see the classic mini P.E.K.K.A counter right there. Mini P.E.K.K.A to counter the Valkyrie on the right-hand side. He's going to put it away with a Princess. Here's where his counter push goes, right? This is where he's got to make his counter push go. He had the 3 pumps up. He's going for another 3 pumps. I'm not sure what Isa's doing. He's basically not taking advantage of his pumps right now. And he's only got 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. It's looking like a hard match. Yeah, that Hog is not going anywhere with Inferno. Mini P.E.K.K.A shut down by the other Mini P.E.K.K.A. At least the Princess will get some poke damage on it.
Princess has dropped as well to defend the other Princess. The only problem, he has 4 elixir pumps down right now. 4 elixirs. The only problem I see right here is Isa doesn't know what Gray's last card is.
Yeah, so but we also talked about how that could be an indicator that Gray's last card is almost useless for him. We're going to go into overtime. 4 pumps. Can we talk about this? 4 pumps. I don't think we've ever seen 4 pumps in like the history of CRLeague up at one time. Hog coming in on the left side.
He's running that. He's trying to do that mini P.E.K.K.A goblin push to the tower with a goblin barrel thrown in there as well. But he's not getting enough damage value out of that.
Well, the one thing is that Goblin Barrel lets him at least put the poke on and keep getting damage. Here we go. Hog finally doing work. 4 hits on that left-hand side. Unfortunately, the Princess doesn't get the tower damage.
I was hoping it would get that splash damage.
That little bit, right? Because that can really change the tide of the game. Isa's now, he finally decided to take advantage of his pumps. He's going for the pushes and he's not pumping back up. But he's not getting a slow roll. Have you noticed? He's played everything in the middle. Everything like really close to bridge. I feel like if he needs to drop his mini P.E.K.K.A in the back instead of using it as a counter and try to get it to tower, he only needs a few hits on that left-hand side to win the game.
Yeah, I mean,
here it comes. He's going to do it. There he goes. He's going to push the mini P.E.K.K.A in tower. Ice Spirit has been the MVP this whole game, really stopping everybody's push.
Hog Rider gets a hit off.
Wow, I can't believe Hog Rider made it to the tower even after the Ice Spirit and mini P.E.K.K.A counter.
That could
Double Hog. He was able to cycle fast enough to get a second Hog. 2 hits.
What?
Oh, wow.
Poison will win
1
the
hit
game.
off a game.
That's going to be game there. Poison just takes the rest of the way.
Poison for game. Yep, there you go. That's all he needed. He just needed to slip in that 1 Hog. And that's it. Isa taking the first match. Yo, give us that hype in the chat. Wow. Absolutely wow. I want to see Genesis come through. I want to see them do good here. Here we go. We got Proplayer versus Skilz.
Proplayer.
Pumping up, pumping up. Good to see the Princess in the back and the pump on the right-hand side. Classic start moves. It's really going to depend on this first sort of push.
Ooh, nice interesting push with the Hog Rider guards there. And the Inferno goes on one of the guards.
I like the Valk for the guards to really shut down everything. That's so good. Valk is such a good tank. She's such a good counter, and I love seeing her. She might even get the princess. One hit. No! One hit away from the princess. Oh, very disappointing.
Ice Spirit will handle it, though.
See, but you don't really
You don't really want to waste that Ice Spirit.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely don't want to use your Ice Spirit there. Hog coming in on the right-hand side. Mini Pekka is going to get one hit off. Hog's going to get one hit off, and Skilz is already up. He's getting poke damage in. He took advantage of the pump, even though he really didn't get to, use it. He got the poke damage off, so that's good. Mini Pekka. You see,
Zap the tower. Get that Mini Pekka there.
I know, man. Mini Pekka is one of those cards that's so scary. You're like, it has no health, and you still have to be worried because you have to. It's like, oh, Valk last second, Hog last second, and that Mini Pekka might even make it.
I'm surprised people aren't really running in this tournament though. Is that Lumberjack Mini Pekka deck?
Lumberjack, Mini Pekka. You know what? Lumberjack hasn't been run maybe once. I think we won it. No, I don't even think we've seen it once.
I don't think we've seen it.
And
yet.
so, it's one of those underrated cards. You know what? I was talking with Sweet earlier too. Knight. Where has Knight been? Knight can be such a good off-meta card that does tanks so much. And especially these. Woo! Zap gets the Mini Pekka in the tower. Gets that hit off. And now that counter is useless. That Mini Pekka is not making a tower. It's not getting a hit off. Even if he had the zap, which we haven't seen. We haven't seen the zap from Proplayer yet.
He's probably running it. I mean, almost everybody's run the zap.
I know, and it's weird because he had so much elixir. Why didn't he use it? He should have traded, right? He could have zapped. He could have got the one hit off, and then he would have been back in the game. Now he's down 1,000 elixir with the hog coming.
Poison right here.
Oh, freeze! A freeze!
Defensive freeze, though.
That's a bad sign. Yeah, we talked about that last. Defensive freeze is a bad sign. It's a good sign that you're not really doing what you need to be doing this match. Double pump up by Skilz. This is looking like Genesis's game. Great poison there. Shut down the pump fast. Shut it down early. Here we go. Counter push on the right-hand side. Mini Pekka's going to take care of the Valkyrie, but Hog's getting to tower.
He has to defensively freeze again. So, I mean,
defensive freeze.
That's showing that he's really far behind. He can't get his.
Yeah, well, look at the elixir difference here. A 5 elixir difference. 6 elixir difference now.
But this is the same thing that happened last match. The pumps won the game.
True. Pumps won the game. Hashtag pumps OP in the chat. Let's get it going. It's when you
don't have that miner and you're used to just using that miner to take all those pumps, and you don't want to waste your poison on it now. You don't want to waste your other units on it now.
Well, here's an interesting use of poison that people hasn't really. Yes, Jay had that. That was the only one that had the lumberjack. Poison takes the game again. You want to use your poison when you can poison not only the pump but something else. So I will agree with you. I'll say pumps have won the match for both. Exactly. Oh, Pompeo versus the Law. Woo! Yo, give me some hype for this match. This is absolutely insane. Pump starting already. Gigs already. He's learned. He said Pump's winning these matches.
Another princess. You know what we've seen? We've seen a pump and princess almost in the start of every game.
Yep, that's 2 matches in a row. And in fact, the person who played the princess has lost each time.
Oh, what are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's almost an indicator. It's almost an indicator.
Nice defensive there against that Hog Rider. He did stop it from getting the tower. Pompeo played really well defensively there. He did get the poison damage on his tower, but he stopped the Hog.
Exactly. And you know what? Look at this. Pompeo. There's another pump. There's another pump. All right, so both players are pumping it up. It's interesting to see Pompeo play a regular deck. Look at he's playing.
Wait a second. Geeks can't be running this card.
Yo, Giggs is in trouble. He just banned a giant. Is that a forfeit? What do we have? We have our first case of someone running a banned card. Pompeo doesn't even care though. Look at the Inferno. I was just gonna talk about Pompeo playing an off or a normal deck, which is weird for Pompeo. He's known for playing giant, balloon, playing the Lava Hound. In fact, I almost expected him to play Lava Hound, and I haven't, and he played Hog.
The reason people are asking why it said Muskie ban, every single matchup is 2 different bans.
Yeah, so the Muskie.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the issue. It's minor musketeer, not giant.
Okay.
That's the issue we had here. Giant is giant is fine.
Is it giant's fine?
I think so. It was supposed to be minor musketeer.
What was that? That was this matchup or was the one before that?
No, it's for the whole series.
No. I'm talking about the last series. Wasn't this? What was last?
No, this is the same series.
Okay.
Okay, so Pompeo's got a double pump coming up in there. Hog coming in on the side. Pompeo's already saying, you
Hog
know
does
what,
get a
let's
hit
get
down.
out of here. Great counter with the mini peck to at least shut the Hog down, but you know, he's not getting through those guards.
Princess
Guards
will clean up the
they're
mini
so
peck.
good.
That giant is gonna be eaten up by that mini pecker unless he can drop guards or something.
There we go,
Yes.
and they're perfect. There, the guards come out. They shut down the mini P.E.K.K.A. Unfortunately, Pompeo was smart enough to know that if Giant's not banned, he's gonna run the Inferno Tower.
Yeah. Now we got a big push coming in here with the Hog Rider, mini P.E.K.K.A. and guards. Drops a log in there to hit up those guards.
And it does. It
Ooh,
takes out
this is a
everything.
tower.
Gets the zap, and that tower is gone. Woo! Yo, really good gameplay there by Pompeo. 6 seconds left. Law's not coming back. I feel like Law just felt completely overwhelmed this match. He couldn't get to tower. He couldn't counter effectively. He just wasn't ready.
Yeah, that's really hard. But he was running that staple giant poison guard deck without the musk.
Oh, Bright Light versus Jay, also really good players. Now, interesting though, Bright Light has lost both his matches, so he's got to come through here. And Jay, we know Jay's no pushover.
No, he's not. Now they're both sitting on 10 elixir though.
This
is
could be.
interesting.
I feel. Yeah, they're just. Oh, whoa! We're just sitting.
Are they
Yo,
waiting for
live tie trading going on right now. Now,
Are they waiting for that double elixir?
There maybe they're gonna go for double elixir. They both hog rush one side. Can we see a one side rush? Is that what's about to go down here?
This will be really interesting. That's actually what happens because we've not seen that at all.
Yeah, it'll be really if they let it go down to the double elixir and they're just like, all right, now we're gonna hit hard. The big thing about that is though, you can only do that in a tournament setting where you have the 3-minute overtime. Because you're not gonna be able to do that in a real match. You know what I'm saying? Like with the 1-minute overtime, you normally just don't get the.
Oh no!
thing.
Red Light plays the first card here.
And there it is. He plays level 1 skeletons. Jay doesn't respond. Bright Light's already showing his cards. He's just giving up. He's like, I'm playing skeletons to counter. That's actually that's almost saying that he's running a low cost deck. When you're
Or
playing
that's
something
saying that
like
he wanted to
skeletons.
cycle for a better card.
Yeah, he almost just told Jay that he's probably running a cycle deck. There and the emotes.
We got
Oh my goodness.
oh.
You know what? I'm gonna say that
Ice
Genesis,
Wizard.
if they want to tie this up, this is the match to do it, right? Jay's a
They
great
both drop
player.
an Ice Wizard.
And
Hog
there's the
Rider.
rush. Okay, so we see the right lane rush from Bright Light. He plays the Hog, the Giant to counter. Not sure what that was about, but the Valkyrie is going to shut down the Hog. Hog will probably get 3. Yeah, it's going to get 3 hits off on tower. So Bright Light's already looking like he's in a good position. All he has to do is counter that Giant. If he can shut the Giant down fast, which looked like it's going to happen, Jay's in trouble.
Yeah, that Ice Wizard is just slowing it down too much. That Valkyrie's doing way too much damage to it, and the tower is going to finish it up.
Woo! And there's the pump. Wow, Bright Light really won in that freaking trade. He waited, he got the damage off, and he played the pump. Ice Wizard, we have not seen enough Ice Wizards. Ice Wizards everywhere. Ice Wizard being the MVP
the
quiz.
Musketeer in these decks with the Ice Wizard.
You know what? And that's not a bad play. Ice Wizard is so good. It's such a good, like I talked about, a counter card. It's about those counters. This sort of ban list, this sort of matchup is going to come up to who's countering. There we go. More counters. We have the Ice Wizard. He's got Ice Wizard, Valkyrie, and Inferno Tower. Like Bright Light's deck is stacked. He as long as he keeps playing the game he's playing, it's gonna be GG.
Poison comes down as the last card. That's going to be pretty effective on the Inferno. It's going to slow it down. It's going to be very effective on the Ice Waves and the Skeletons. But double Inferno down.
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
He got so much value out of that poison, but the double Inferno just said, not today, Giant. Not today. Shut it down. Here we go. Counter push coming in with Hog. It doesn't look like Jay has enough to stop it. I think Hog's going to get 2 hits off. 1. No! Oh, nice. Ice Spirit at the last second will stop it from
This
getting the
is the
second
problem
hit.
that Jay's running into right now. He has no defensive ability. So his Hog Rider, the Hog Rider is almost guaranteed to get 1 hit off.
You know what? Jay almost needs to sacrifice his pump, go pump, Hog counter, and then use that counter push to really win. The problem is Jay's also not playing Princess. He's not playing anything that can shut down those Inferno Towers from range. So he's really suffering. Bright Light's deck is destroying. 2 hits from that. No, dang, 1 hit from that Hog. That was probably the best counter. I think Bright Light played that a
Here
little
comes the
preemptively.
Inferno again. That's like the thing that's it's messing with him. The Inferno is the best counter there is to the Giant.
It's the best counter it is to anything, Tanky. The Giant, Valkyrie, you know,
The
you
only
have
thing I
all
can
the
see that-
Sparky if you have to.
The only tank card that I feel like the Inferno has a hard time killing is the Royale.
Yeah, because you can get outranged. You have to play it smarter. You can't just You can't just throw it down, but it still will take it. It still will take it, and it'll get it away from doing damage to your tower. So it's a really great move. Hog's getting a hit off, and that is game. That is game, boys. Well played. No, shut down. I think the poison.
Nope.
No.
Not even a Zap. Zap's not going to kill that. In tournament standards, Zap will not kill that tower.
Zap will only do about 70 something, but it's okay because poison. All he's got to do is cycle back around to poison. Look at Jay did a great job. He made him waste the Inferno. Where was that earlier? Jay needed to be doing that earlier. And there's the poison for game. Bright Light takes it. Woo! Well played, Alpha. You know, this is what Jay, man, we had hopes for you. We really needed you to come through here. And Alpha's gonna take it though. Great gameplay. I loved Garrett versus Titan. Is that his name? No. Ian. I said Titan. It looked like a T. I meant Ian. Here we go. Pump. There we go. That is the classic. That is the classic Genesis play. Pump in the beginning. Awesome. Make him punish for the pump. He got
gets the hit off on the tower, gets the poison on the tower, and the pump.
Yep.
There's not literally that was a great push right there. Now he needs to worry about that mini P.E.K.K.A. though.
Yeah, he's gonna shut down the mini P.E.K.K.A. with Ice Spirit, and now Ian didn't get the advantage out of his pump. His pump is basically gone. He can't really push when he needs to, right? Ian needs that elixir
now
later.
He puts the pump down.
And now he's ahead. So Ian's really going to have to worry about, am I going to make my push right now? Am I going to do the same thing? Dropping stuff in the back, I don't think that's really the right decision. Okay, here we go. He's going for the giant.
And here comes the counter to the giant.
Okay, let's talk about this. Everyone that's run Inferno Tower has won their match. So is that a sign? Is that a sign that Trainer Garrett's going to take this? Yo, I feel like Genesis is just getting hard countered this series.
I think he could have done better instead of wasting that poison to counter that push that he had. He should have saved his poison for the elixir pump still and tried to do something else that he had in his deck to counter that push.
Yeah, exactly. And he could have at least, or he has Giant, right? So we know that he can't rush the side with Giant, but he's got Mini P.E.K.K.A. Unfortunately, he wasted it on that.
This is gonna be tense if that Mini P.E.K.K.A. can get to that tower right here.
Here we go. Poison.
It's
Great defensive poison's gonna shut it all down. He's gonna get a little bit of poke damage, but not the poke damage that, you know, Trainer Garrett got.
But Ian's doing what he needs to do. He's making sure he can't poison his elixir pumps. So he's doing very good on keeping the pressure on there. But Trainer Garrett,
I would say it's even. I would say it's even because not only he's
they both have 2 pumps down.
They can't poison him, or at least not till later. Hog is gonna get the tower. 2 hits for Hog. Yep. I will get shut down, but 2 hits for Hog and ouch! Inferno Tower, this is where targeting becomes a big deal. If Inferno Tower can't hit the giant, doesn't matter, you know, how much Infernos you have if they're hitting the wrong troops.
The giant's not gonna get the tower anyways, even with that, because those guards are so good.
I just feel like that it was that's when Ian needed to use his poison. There was the Inferno, there was the pump, there was the tower, there was the guards.
We don't know if he's running it.
Oh, that's true, we haven't seen it all game.
He could be running a freeze.
We haven't even seen the Zap, but that could have been the Zap too. Maybe he's not running Poison or Zap. I really would say that's extremely weird. Hog gets another hit off. Garrett is looking like this is going to be his game. He's getting the damage.
Oh, Balloon!
Alright, so there's the second to last card. Ouch, he was running the giant balloon. Oh, Ian, I have the respect for the giant balloon, but you're not going to be able to get to tower with that here. I like how he forced the pump push, but Hog only needs a few hits on tower, and that Ice Wizard... Oh, wow! Ice Spirit targets the wizard instead of
Poison should set that up for him with the Zap.
So yeah, now all he has to do is counter in its game. But Ian does have a strong push going here. I don't think it's going to be able to outtrade the double Inferno.
Down at the moment.
There we go. He's going for Hog to tower. Hog is going to get to tower, and that is game. What a great Zap. Pump did not come down early enough. Well played! Trainer Garrett. Trainer Garrett has been a big force to be reckoned with this whole league, and he's just putting it down.
What?